Some people in Richmond say they feel let down after a last-minute settlement between Chevron and the city to kill a community-based Richmond refinery tax. Many who are upset here are the people who had it put on the ballot. KTVU's Tom Vakar was at the Richmond City Council where the vote was unanimous, and he has this report.
On the very last day and hours possible, Richmond City Council, in a special meeting, unanimously voted to pull an already approved refinery tax ballot measure from the November ballot. In the deal between Chevron and Richmond, Chevron will pay the city $550 million over 10 years. The refinery tax would have raised a lot more, $60 to $90 million a year, with no end date.
Voters are disappointed. Both, this is a 10-year settlement versus the 50-year settlement. It's less money than we would have made. It makes and people wanted the choice.
Chevron will pay the $550 million over a decade, $50 million a year for the first 5 years, $60 million a year for the last 5. But the Bay Area Air Quality Management District says the refinery's impact to residents' health, including up to 11 premature deaths a year, is between about $52 million and $118 million a year for decades to come. So the 10-year deal might not pay for the estimated health costs in the decade it's paid, but it is a lot of money in hand.
The measure likely would have passed. The obstacle would have been, what do the courts do with it? And the money would not have come to the city in the next few years.
Some say both parties blinked, City Council and Chevron.
I think what's important today is that we found common ground, right? We work together. This is an example of how we can work together to find solutions for the betterment not only of our company, but for the Richmond community.
We know that we wouldn't have gotten this money if it weren't for the tireless efforts of so many community members.
City Council and Supervisor Joya specifically credit the Asian Pacific Environmental Network, Communities for a Better Environment, organized labor, and citizen activists for the historic settlement.
And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the strong community leadership of organizations like APEN and CBE to work with the city to put this measure on the ballot. The polluters pay measure is what brought Chevron to the table.
So we're invested in this community. We want to give back. We do our part, and today's agreement is another step in that direction.
The city does have a right to impose further taxes, but the way this went, when and how, is very unclear. Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2 News.